Okay, can you hear me?
And yes, ma'am.
Okay, sorry. Cheryl Cook, working administrative here in Southwest.
All right, we're ready for our first case.
Okay.
All right, please introduce yourself, state your name and DOC number for the record.
Good morning. My name is Marlon Jackson, 360029.
All right, Marlon, you heard the introductions. We'll be your parole panel. We'll ask you some questions. You can respond. At the end, you can make a statement. We'll take a vote. Do you understand the process?
Yes, sir.
Marlon Jackson, DOC number 360029. You're a fourth class offender. Parole eligibility date 8/7/2022. Good time date 5/28/2024. Full term date 5/7/2041. 25% possession with intent to distribute cocaine. Does that sound correct?
Yes, sir.
Would you answer Ms. Renata's question, please?
Good morning, Mr. Jackson.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good. Mr. Jackson, could you tell us your age, please?
I make 47 today.
Oh, today's your birthday. I didn't.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
I did. Today is his birthday. I wrote that down. How long you been in jail?
6.5 years.
You're a fourth offender. Is this the longest period of time you've been in jail?
Yes, ma'am.
And I've noticed that you last year in January completed the Steve Well program.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us what you got out of that program.
A lot of insight. I was being selfish and like things I was going through in life. Instead of dealing with them on life terms, I was indulging in stuff trying to escape from things that I still would have had to deal with. And so the problem was ongoing and continuous. And as long as I was going to keep doing that, I was going to be steady feeling sorry for myself instead of going through the same cycle.
So what plan have you developed for yourself for the rest of your life so that you break that cycle?
Well, stop putting others first, because if I help everybody else with their problems, I'm gonna still have mine. And like I was trying to save the world, but like it just wasn't working.
What was your drug of choice?
Marijuana.
So how are you trying to save the world?
That was my other addiction, hustling, making money, I was trying to save the world. I was able to make the money and trying to help other people with their problems, and I was just steady piling my own problems on.
So you were hustling and selling drugs?
Yes, ma'am.
Do anything other than marijuana?
No, ma'am. Drink it on occasions, but I never indulged in pills or anything like that.
All right. So I see 255 days of good time credits earned, and most of that was for the Steve Well program. What other programs were you able to take advantage of this period of incarceration?
Anger management and cage and rage, and I'm currently in parenting.
What about pre-release? Did you do a pre-release program in the Steve Well curriculum?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's several different modules. What did you what's your takeaway from that?
Well, instead of work, I have I don't have really no trades or nothing, but carpentry. I was a mechanic helper. I can't really fix anything, but I'm good with reaching tools.
You in work release now?
No, ma'am. In parenting.
What did
Yes. Oh, yes. I'm a work release facility, but I'm in reentry.
You're currently enrolled in reentry?
Yes, ma'am. In the parenting class.
Right, but I'm trying to get to the 100 hours program. I don't think you had that yet. So let's talk about your criminal history. As I mentioned, you're a fourth offender. How old were you when the first arrest? Do you remember?
2 weeks after I made 17. So in 2 weeks, I've been in and out of jail 30 flat years.
Were you ever arrested as a juvenile?
Yeah, I had like one juvenile arrest,
How old were you then?
16.
I have in my record an age at first arrest. I have two different entries. One says you were 10 and one says you were 14.
No, they have like 4 different Marlon Jacksons in Louisiana. I never was, no, I don't think that was. Yeah, I was probably 14 or 16. I mean, I don't remember. That was kind of, but I never, not 10.
Okay. And but is it fair to say that since that time you've been in and out of jail?
Yes, ma'am.
In and out now. What concerns me is I see a history of violence, guns and drugs. You had let me get to that page, first degree murder arrest in 2009.
Yes, ma'am.
I think it was, you ended up pleading guilty to negligent homicide. What was all that about?
I mean, it was a mix-up. I didn't have anything to do with it. I went to trial and I beat him out in trial. And in the state of Louisiana, I had just buried my mother and there was all kind of discrepancies. So I just took that to come home to be with the rest of my family.
Say that again.
It was something happened where my name got brought up, and due to my criminal history, like I went to trial, I won the trial, but that's
How did
why,
you file and then end up pleading guilty?
because in the state of Louisiana, they was telling me they could just sit me around for 7 more years. I had just buried my mother, so the only other option was sit in the jail for 7 years for something I didn't do, or just take the negligent homicide. I took that to come home.
I don't really understand any of that.
I didn't either, but I took the conviction.
All right, well, let's talk about the record shows a outstanding charge in East Carroll Parish, aggravated battery with a dangerous weapon. You know anything about that?
Yes, ma'am.
About it.
It was all kind of discrepancies with that too. I can't really explain that. It was just something unfortunate that a situation I was caught up in while incarcerated.
And what's going on with that?
I haven't
Is it
heard
outstanding?
anything,
Okay, you haven't heard.
ma'am.
Yeah, what's going on with that? It shows us it's still outstanding. Has that been resolved?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything else about it since, until now.
I don't know what to do with you. I'm concerned because of I'm glad you said you finished Cage Your Rage. You have a opposition that's been expressed to an early release for you by law enforcement and the prosecutor. You have a good time date, which is in May of 24. You've only served 6.5 years, I believe, of a 25 years. Although you completed the Steve Hall program, tell us why you think you ought to grant you an early release, considering all those factors.
I mean, honestly, and to myself, I've grown. I mean, 6.5 years, I haven't had any write-ups. This is my second time at work release, but I'm judged or deemed by my history, so I'm not eligible to go to work, and that's a sign of reform, you know. And I haven't had that chance. It's my second time at a work release facility, and they saying my criminal history, which is never gonna change because it is what it is. But I mean, like that's a part of reforming and showing change and growth. But I never had the chance to really like work. This is my second time at a work release. My eligibility for work release was in like 21.
Yep, your work release eligibility, May 8, 2020. I don't know. Ms. Cook, are you familiar with Mr. Jackson at all?
The only thing I could see that I know is that he can't get approved for some reason. I get, like you said, because of the criminal record, I guess history, they won't approve him to go out on work release. I know it, that comes through DOC, but that you know, that's up to them. All approvals come through there. So they look at the criminal history and they don't ever approve him for it.
Okay. Well, thank you. I don't have any other questions, Mr. Jones.
All right, would you like to make a statement on your behalf?
I mean, in all honesty, I mean, I would love the chance to go home, but if not, I would love to get a chance to, like, really see what work release like and see if I really have changed. But see if my reform and anger management and stuff has really helped. If I'm not able to go home, I would like that chance to have something to stand on when I do go home.
All right, thank you. Now, prepare to vote, Ms. Renata.
Mr. Jackson, I do agree, work release would be a good, would be good for you, but that's not up to us at this point. You're already at the facility, so it's up to DOC whether or not they feel confident with sending you out to work. You know, and it is because of your criminal history that follows you. As you said, it's not going to change. Mr. Jackson, I'm glad you hadn't had a write-up in the last 6.5 years. To me, that speaks volumes. I'm just not ready to grant your parole today. You have a good time coming up in May of 2024. You will earn some extra good time, I believe, with you have room for more good time. So you'll move that date forward as you participate in complete classes. But my vote today, based on your past criminal history and your failed supervision, is to deny you parole. Good luck to you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Jackson, I really do think you need help, but you're gonna have to do what you can to take are available to you. You need some vocational education. You need something that you can fall back on when you get out so that you don't go back to hustling. You need a trade. You don't have your GED, you need your GED, but I just think you need some more programs. So because of opposition, also insufficient time served, you've only served 6.5 of 25-year sentence, and the proximity to your good time, my vote today did not encourage, not step back, but as an opportunity to use these last months or so that you have to try to get under your belt that's going to help you stand. So good luck to you.
All right, 2 votes. I'm also going to vote to deny for the same reasons as stated. 3 votes to deny. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Roll been denied. We'll adjourn at Southwest 9:29.
Thank you.
Apparently, the DOC in Louisiana thinks that someone who gets in a car intoxicated and kills someone or wipes out a family, it does apply can be applicable for work release, but someone who is arrested for intent to distribute, no, he does not qualify. Broken system. I'm glad we saw this so that we can see how it's broken. Here's a man who is begging to get out and work. He wants to work. He wants to show that he can work straight so that he does not need to hustle. He wants to create the habits of working. Maybe he also just wants to get out, but I think he wants to, you know what, who cares what his intentions are? It would help him, but he can't because the DOC says no. That's broken. That's a broken system. 25-year sentence. I get that he's an habitual offender. That's why he got it. But still, longer sentences than cockroaches, longer sentences than people who do the worst thing to babies, to their own children. 25-year sentence, while these monsters get 7 years, 5 years. Pisses me off. It was his birthday today. Come on, give him a break. He has a good time date. But what's it doing? You're just kicking the ball down the road. Why couldn't you let him out early and then try to set him up with things to help him? Put some conditions on his parole so that he can help him. I don't like it. Now what's going to happen? What's going to happen? The DOC is not going to put him in work release. He's going to serve out his time, and then what? They're saying, oh, well, why don't you go get, yeah, it would be great if you could get like a welding skill or something, but are they offering that to him? Something tells me I doubt it. What are your thoughts? Love to hear it in the comments section, please. That I'll let you go.